We're back for another update. Let's take a look at XRP over here, and we're going to do a top-down analysis on XRP. We're going to do different types of analysis on XRP just so you guys can get a better understanding of where XRP is. You can see that for over 600 days we are in Wyckoff accumulation. So this is the bottom part of the structure. You have your preliminary supply, so one push up before you enter into a selling climax. You have an automatic rally to the upside, a secondary test, a failed breakout, a secondary test in phase B going below this psychological support. And then because you have that short squeeze, when you go below that psychological support, you move up to the top of the range, which would be considered your failed breakout number 2. So you see how we go to the top of the range and then have a second failed breakout, come down to mid-range, chop around, and then go into your sign of strength. So we see that over here. You see that we went back down to mid-range. Okay, we went back down to mid-range, chopped around here, price got squeezed into your sign of strength. And then for over 235 days, we had what's called a backup phase. So after your SOS phase, the composite operator brings the price back down to the top of the range, a little bit down to mid-range, maybe the upper half of it, chop around in here, and then get squeezed, just like we got squeezed over here before our SOS phase. Now the phase E of Wyckoff accumulation, once that occurs, you target liquidity resting above your last all-time high. Now the last all-time high is sitting at $3.30. Also considering when you have over 600 days of accumulation, think about how much pent-up energy is within this range. Okay, now not many people can read a range like this. That's why I feel like Wyckoff is very important, because the power in TA, one of the powers in TA is the ability to read a range. And if you can't read a range, then you will become liquidity rather than spotting the liquidity. So if you can't spot the liquidity, you will always become the liquidity. So what we have over here for over 200 days is our backup phase. Look, we're above this long-term resistance here. You see that? We're holding above it. We actually double tapped it, and we're above the 21-week SMA. You see? So if we take a look at the 21-week, you see how we're still above the 21-week? Let me see here. We can even take a look at the 30-week. Now the 30-week was popularized by Stan Weinstein, and he says that as long as the price holds above the 30-week SMA, we can get a macro perspective and a macro idea of where the asset is headed. You see, every time we claim the 30-week SMA, we go on a nice run. Okay, now what are we doing? We're above the 200-day long resistance, using it as support. We double tapped it, and we're above the 30-week SMA. Also entering into phase E of Wyckoff accumulation, which I like to call point of no return. Okay, so this is Wyckoff accumulation. I'm going to show you another analysis that I have here. Let me see here. Okay, so this is the high time frame analysis, and what you see over here is a 5-wave move up for your wave 1, 3-wave down for your wave 2, another 5 hitting your golden pocket for your wave 3, and you can see that every single wave over here is calculated. Okay, you can see that every wave is calculated, every wave is drawn out according to the fibs. And if you want, you can pause the video, take a screenshot, or you can click the link in the description below to join the Discord. You get access to over 300 plus charts. Okay, you get access to a community. You can ask me any question you want, and yeah, so this is the Discord. Just click the link in the description below if you like videos like this and you want analysis like this on your favorite coin every single day. Let's get back to the analysis here. So every single wave here is calculated we were in a 335 Elliott wave flat pattern for over 2,000 days, and in the beginning of January is when you started your uptrend. This over here would be your wave 1 of your leading diagonal, and you come down for a WXY correction for your wave 2. Now we've already started our wave 3 to the upside. Okay, not many people know that, and the reason not many people know that is because they're regarding this structure like a triangle wave, and it's not a triangle wave. We're within a triangle, we're within a wedge, there's no doubt about that, but we're not within a triangle wave. So with a triangle wave, you have A, B, C, D, and E. We're not doing that. We're doing an A, B, C in a flat pattern. Okay, so this is the long-term structure of XRP. Now I must remind you, these targets are subject to change. So if you want to stay updated, click the link in the description below, because I won't be updating it on YouTube. Let's take a look at XRP on the small time frame here. And what we can do is go to the black chart, because this is kind of, I know it hurts some of your, let's see here. Okay, so what do we see? So now this is the small time frame, this is the hourly time frame. What do we see over here? We have a 5-wave move to the upside from the beginning of February. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your 5th wave. In your 4th wave, you have what's called a falling wedge. You see the price getting squeezed, a lot of indecision here, and then you get squeezed into your 5th wave, and then within your 5th wave you create what's called a rising wedge, or in other words, from an Elliott wave point of view, a ending diagonal. You have a flash crash all the way down to your 70.2% fib right over here on the linear scale. And sometimes what you see in the market is you have a 5-wave move up, right? You have your counter trend, and then for your A wave, and then for your B wave, you sometimes take out this wave 5 high. So you take out this high, so you have a 3-wave move down, 3-wave move up, and then a 5-wave move to the downside, either finding support at key Fibonacci levels or taking out this low before continuing higher. Okay? So this over here would be your A, B, and then your C in a flat pattern. Okay, so this would be of your micro degree. You have your A, B, C down. Of your submicro degree, A, B, C up, hitting your 1.618. So you see how we perfectly came up to the 1.618 there? We came up to the 1.618, or you could say we came up to the 70.2% fib from the top of our 93-cent correction. Okay, look where your 702 is on the linear scale. Perfectly wicks there. Okay, on the logarithmic scale we hit the 618. Sorry, on the linear scale we hit the 618. Okay, so we rejected there for our B wave. And then I want you to think of the market like this, okay? Think of the market like a pendulum. So this is your string, and then this is your ball. Okay, let's say the market gets pushed too much to this side. Okay, so there's a lot of energy over here, which creates potential energy for that swing backwards. Okay, so the more you push it over here, the higher the potential energy would be to move this ball backwards, okay? In the opposing direction. So think of the market like this. After having your 3-wave move down, 3-wave move up, we had a 5-wave move to the downside. Okay, so this is your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Or you can even put your 3 over here, depending on how you want to look at it. But this is your 3rd wave of your sub-micro degree. And we're going to color code the waves just so it's a little bit easier on your eyes. And we'll put the line on here as well. And then this over here would be your A wave, your B wave, and then your C wave. Okay? Okay, now look at this. We topped out here, so our fifth wave topped out at the 1.382. Okay, you see how we perfectly came up to the 1.382? Right over here. Came down to the 702 for our A wave, flash crash down. 3-wave move up to the macro 702 or the 1.618. And then you have a 5-wave move to the downside. So where does this C wave take us? The C wave takes us to the 786. Right over here on the logarithmic scale. So you see how we double tap the 786 and we have no closure below it? That's bullish, okay? What else do we see over here? When we take out the RSI, we see bullish divergence, okay? So lower lows on the price, higher lows on the RSI. That's very significant considering we're within a descending broadening wedge pattern, which is a bullish pattern. Okay, this is a bullish pattern. This is a descending broadening wedge. Okay, and usually when you have bullish divergence at the bottom of a descending broadening wedge, it usually means we're bound to have a breakout. Okay, now I'm not denying that this C wave can sweep this A wave low. Okay, what I'm showing you is that it's more likely we bottom here rather than us coming down to sweep this low. We may sweep this low. I want to put that out there. If we lose this 786, we may sweep this low. But it's more likely that we have bottomed. Okay, so this is your top-down analysis on XRP. 5-wave move up, 3-wave move down in a flat pattern, and we also have bullish divergence. Okay, and let me see over here. Okay, so going forward for the rest of the day and for the rest of the week, this is what bulls want to see. Okay, what we can do is take a fib from this high all the way down to this expected C wave low. Bulls want to see a move above this equilibrium. Okay, this is your EQ right over here. This is your EQ. Once you get above that EQ, it's game on for XRP. Then we're going to have a full-on breakout. Once you get a close above this EQ, or even see a push towards it, right? Then you know that we're going to have that breakout. We're going to have that wave 3 breakout. So remember, this over here would be your wave 1. You have your ABC for your wave 2, right? Once you go above this EQ, we can get confirmation of a explosive wave 3 to the upside. Now, before I end this analysis, I want to show you XRP's long-term chart one more time. Okay, you can get a full HD picture of this in my Patreon. Please click the link in the description below, and I go more in depth into this analysis. Also want to show you Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, I said that once you go below this descending channel over here, it's going to act as your spring. We've hit the 88.6% fib when you take a fib from this A wave low up to this B wave high, and also the 1.236 when we use our trend-based fib. We have a 3-wave move down, 3-wave move up, and a 5-wave move to the downside. And look, if you manage to get above this red region here, sitting at 64,939, then we can say that we are going to have a breakout above this ascending channel, or at least hit the EQ sitting at 68,919. Okay, this is the EQ. Okay, what do we also see? We see bullish divergence forming. Okay, you have lower lows and higher lows on the price. Okay, so I showed you XRP, I showed you the macro chart, I showed you the small time frame, I'm showing you Bitcoin, but before I end the video, let's take a look at total 3. Okay, this is total 3 here, okay? And on the 4-hour time frame, we still have no closure below the 50. And we actually hit the 618. So yesterday we were on the 50% on the, so we were on the 50% perfectly yesterday. Then we had a quick wick down to the 618 on the linear scale. You see that? Okay, and then this could be your E wave here. And then what do we see on the RSI on the daily time frame? We see that it's at the same strength that it was at when we had this capitulation down here on March 5th. You see that? You see this? Equal low. So when you have an equal low but a higher low on the price, that's called Class C bullish divergence. We also have a bull flag with the 1-to-1 target. Let me see where the 1-to-1 target is here. Okay, the 1-to-1 target would be sitting right at around $875 billion, which is very close to $1 trillion. Okay, now think of where that would put the altcoin market cap now. I must remind you, we must get over this red region similar to that of Bitcoin, otherwise we're going to continue to go down to the fibs below. Okay, now I won't be updating this on YouTube. I will be updating this in my Discord, but for now what I'm showing you is that the lows are holding. Okay, what bulls want to see going forward is a move above this red region sitting at 695, and then eventually once you get above this region and hold support above it, you're going to want to see a push above this 702, which will likely have. And let's take a look at the 50 as well. Okay, this is the 50. Okay, you want to get over this 50% at 694. Otherwise, we're going to continue to chop around here and come down. So the 30-minute, let's see what the 30-minute looks like. Okay, looks good to me, as long as this low can hold over here. So we take a fib from this low over here up to this high, and we'll take a look at all the fib counts here. I mean all the Fibonacci levels. So this is your 38.2. Okay, your 50, 618, 702, 786. Bulls, this is what bulls want to see today, or for the rest of the week. They want to see this level hold at the 618 and 702. If you go below this 702, then it's likely we're still going to come down. But the good news is that if we do come down, it will be the last leg of our correction. I hope you guys enjoyed the XRP total altcoin market cap and Bitcoin video. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know. If you like the video, if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe and share it to your friends. Peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.